Hello, Mrs. Talkington here. This week I'm going to draw the colour monster. In my class this week, we're going to be reading the book, The Colour Monster by Anna Linnes. It's all about a little monster who has different feelings inside him. I've chosen to draw the green monster, who's feeling calm. Let's make a start. We're going to start with his head. He's got two big ears and a zigzag top to his head. So let's start with the ears going up. One pointy ear going up and down, and then about 8 zigzags in between. So up, down, till we've got about 8. And then up to do the big ear the other side. Now the sides of his head are zigzaggy too. So take your pen for a walk and do a couple of zigzags that side, and the same this side. And we're going to join them up. It's a little bit of a smile shape because he's calm, he's relatively happy. It's a slight bendy line to show he's happy. Now he's got these lovely eyes, they're like upside down rainbows that show how peaceful he is. So there's one here and one here. And then he's got 2 teeth sticking out of his jaw. So there's one here and one slightly bigger there. And then we're going to draw his body. So he's got 2 arms that go around the outside and they curve in. So we're going to take this one round. It's like a bendy road. So we're going to have one this way and stop, and then draw the other side of the road going in. So it looks like the cars could go down there. Then we've got a triangle going up for his thumb, and then 4 zigzags for his fingers. And then the other arm goes over the top. So just draw a little zigzag here, and then we're going to draw a curvy line like this one, but going upwards this time. So if I move my hand out the way, you can see what I'm doing. There's a curve going up, and then another curve going up. So you can imagine it's like a road again, or maybe a bridge. And we do the zigzags. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we draw a line down the side where it joins the body. Join that up there. Okay, we're ready for his sides of his body now. So straight line down either side, and then some zigzags all the way across to join him up. So if you're good at zigzags, you're going to be great at drawing him. And then his 2 legs sticking out the bottom. So we've got 2 diagonal lines because they go in a bit, they narrow. So we've got one there and one getting a little bit narrow, so they get a bit closer together. And the same on the other side. And then stop. And then we're going to do 4 zigzag toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And join that down. And the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. There you've got your colour monster. Now he's slightly hairy, so we need to do some little dashes all over him. Couple on his arms, a couple on his tummy. Doesn't matter where you put them, just so he looks a little bit hairy. And then on the top of his head he has very big dark eyebrows. So again, these are zigzaggy lines, but they're much closer together this time. So we start in the middle and we're going to go close together, and then we're going to bend those zigzag lines around, and we're going to do the same the other side. So we're going to go up and down. I'm going to take it over to the side. There we are, and I think I'll just take it a little bit down in the middle. There he is. There's your little calm colour monster. And that was nice and easy one this week. And because he's the green calm one, I'm going to colour him in green. Now in the story, he collects up all his feelings in a jar. So if you wanted to, you could draw the jar next to him. Let's do that. So to draw the jar next to him, we're going to draw a rectangle shape. So a long line, 2 short lines, and join them up to make the rectangle. Then 2 short lines down, and then we're going to take the line out in a bump and round and join it up. So you've got your jar. And inside collects all his feelings. So they're just circles in the story. They could be spirals or circles, big ones and little ones. You could draw them behind them if you like. and all different green, calm, and then some lines on the lid. And also to show that he's really calm, he likes to be surrounded by plants and flowers. So I'm just going to draw a large green plant next to him. Now we've drawn lots of plants before, especially when we did Jack and the Beanstalk, so we should be quite good at this. So I'm going to start with 2 lines at the bottom, and then I'm going to go out to do one side, and then I'm going to go that way, leaving a gap, because then we're going to take the line further up and we're going to do exactly the same. So take it out and wide, back in again, out and wide, back in again, and then take that line up and again. And you can do it as long as you like. If you want it really tall, I'm going to just take it up one more time, and I'm going to put 1 on the top. There we go, that's 1. And he also likes flowers, so do a couple of daisies. There we go, there's 1. And we'll do another one behind. Now remember, when we draw things behind, we have to sometimes lift our pen up. So let's do the oval. Let's do the petals. And some of these petals are going to go behind. So let's go around this way first so we know where they're going to go, and then they're going to go behind this flower, so you have to be really careful. There we are. Let's have the stalk for that one, growing that way. There we are, we've got the calm colour monster. So now we're ready to colour him in green. Now he's got a lovely bright green and some different dark green. So I've chosen 3 greens from my colouring box this week. I'm going to colour him this light green all over, and then I'm going to use the other 2 to give him some shading and just give him a bit of depth. Okay, so make sure you don't colour his teeth in green. So again, going up and down like we always do, so it looks as neat as we can get it. Between the teeth, because remember they are white, so we have to leave those. Go all the way across. We can go over the eyes, because the black will still show up. Up and down to his mouth. Up into his ears. And then up and down again for his arms. His tummy. And then we're going to do this arm. Top of his body going in there. Now the illustrations in this storybook are absolutely beautiful. There's a yellow colour monster who likes the colour of happiness. There's a red one, the colour of anger. There's a black colour monster, the colour of fear. And then a pink one, the colour of love. And depending on how the colour monster feels, depends what colour he is at the time. In the beginning of the story, he's all muddled up, he doesn't know how he feels, he's multicoloured, he's got colours all over him, and he has to sort himself out to understand all the different feelings. So there he is. Now I'm going to use these darker ones just to colour over different parts. So colour wherever you like. These are all shades of green. I'm going to use my last one to do different patches of green on him. There we are. The colour monster finished. I think I need to go back to my light green, just colouring around the mouth a bit better. It's looking a bit white. There he is. Alright, ready to colour in my plants. Press a bit harder for this one. Same green can look different, but just by pressing a bit harder. Still going up and down with my pencil. A little bit dark green on there, I think. Yep. And my flowers, they're also green. Everything's green around the Colour Monster. In the story, the illustrators used some collage. They've made some of the pictures out of paper and newspaper and cardboard. They've coloured them in and painted them, and then they have stuck them on around the Colour Monster to make the stories look absolutely lovely. And then we've got the colour jar. So we've got all different greens in the jar. We can use the 3 main greens, and then we can put 2 together to make different greens. That's quite a bluey green, that one. Let's see what happens when we put those 2 together. We've got that one. That one, we've got a different green again. Let's use the bluey one. And use the bright green over the top. See what happens to that one. Let's use that one on its own again. Then we'll do the spiral. Now, if you really want your picture to look like the illustrators, you can use a paintbrush and some water. So these remember my colouring pencils are watercolour pencils, so I can change them into paint. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit of water, and you see how they've changed already. So if you've got colouring pencils like mine, you could just add a dash of water over the top to mix it in together. Not too much water. Just if you get too much water on your brush, just stroke it off on the side of the jar. There. Careful not to go on your black felt tip pen, because that will all bleed as well. So go between with your brushes. There he is. So he's looking more and more like the one in the book. You could draw lots of these. You can draw all the different colour ones. You could have 6 in total. Let's just do a little bit on the plant. There it is. The lovely thing about it is just they blend in together, so you can mix the colours together. There we go. Not too much water again. There we are. And there we have him, the Calm Colour Monster. Well, I hope you enjoyed drawing that, and it'd be lovely to see some of these pictures coming through. Perhaps you could send them into school if you want to show them to everybody, and we can pop them up on Facebook. Until next week, I look forward to doing another video for you then. See you later. Bye bye.